You're listening to the Empowered Woman, Badass and Unfiltered podcast, a place for inspiration, empowerment, and personal development, showcasing badass women from all over the world, giving tips on personal development, mindset, and healing. I'm your host, Olivia, transformational success coach for spiritual female entrepreneurs. Now let's dive into this episode.
Welcome back to the Empowered Woman, Badass, and Unfiltered podcast. Your host, Olivia, and I'm here to talk to you today about how doing less is actually a lot more productive, all right? This is coming from somebody that likes to do the most all the time. Let's not make your life so complicated. Sometimes people, we set up systems in our lives that just don't work because it's just too complex. If it cannot be accessed quickly, it's a no for me. It makes your life so not as enjoyable when you make it super complicated. So let's not do that. Just trim the fat in some areas of your life. It's okay. It's absolutely okay. You will still get done what you need to get done. I promise you'll be more effective. Because let's think about it. How much time do you spend fixing your mistakes? Let's just be really honest. Theoretically, your plan might be amazing, right? To get all the things done, right? But what actually happens in reality? Let's be really real now. What is really going on? What are we really doing? How many mistakes are you truly making? How much less would you make if you were doing less? Different things, just throwing that out there. I highly recommend investing time in setting up system symbols that make your life more productive. So certain things kind of just run on autopilot, just like brushing your teeth in the morning. It gets to be that simple because you get in the routine, you get in the flow of things, which we have the control of doing now. There are things that come up. All right. But more times than not, it's a little consistent. You're still here. You're still doing life. You still gonna have to show up. So, the things I say, I crack myself up sometimes. I'm telling you. I hope that you think I'm as funny as I laugh at myself. I'm a lot. I realize it. We got to face it, you only have so much time in your day. And when you overload yourself, outschedule yourself, it's not as enjoyable. Having a fulfilling life that is awesome and you do tons of things, that's great. That's great. But don't have it be so much that you don't even remember the good things that happen. Take time to be there, take time to experience it, because all we have is the now. Allow yourself time to enjoy the now. And this is honestly one of my favorite tips. When you have a lot on your plate and you don't know what you should be doing, ask yourself, and you don't have a lot of time, ask yourself, what is the largest impact you can make with the least amount of effort? Seriously, ask yourself, okay, would it make more sense for me to do A or to do B? What would get the biggest result the fastest? That's the one right there. It's really just about being more intentional about what you're doing and understanding what your purpose is with doing what you're doing. And if somebody else can do it, let somebody else do it. But learn how to delegate some stuff. You gotta start enjoying more of your life. I hope that you found this helpful. I hope that it might have sparked an area in your life where you're just like, you know what, I could do better at this, or I'm doing really good at this. Either way it goes, thanks for listening. And as always, go out and be a badass.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Empowered Woman, Badass and Unfiltered podcast. If you found any value in this, please consider sharing and subscribing. Now go out and be a badass.